Everybody, I'm back. I am back. I just filmed a stream of me playing Skyrim, and I got terribly motion sick. I got so motion sick that I was laying on my bed, right here, face down, for about 20-30 minutes, trying to recover from my motion sickness. I, okay, so I was like, I really want to film Skyrim. Like, I love Skyrim. I think I just have to edit the settings a little bit so that I'm not getting sick and nauseous from playing it because I don't know, guys. I have a problem with flying. Like, flying, I get very motion sick. I have to take Dramamine if I want to fly. And if I take Dramamine, everything's fine. Like, I have no problem with that. But as soon as I start, it is specifically with video games. I get extremely nauseous when I play video games, and I don't know. It's just it's a problem that I have, and it's unfortunate that I have that problem, but I think that I can train myself to get used to it and not get as sick when I'm playing. But for right now, I just have to take it in short bursts. So I did upload that stream, that little live stream. The audio is not great. I should have turned up the volume more for the game audio, but you can still hear it. It's fine. It's a learning process. And again, no one's watched it yet. So that's fine. I might clip some things, whatever, post that somewhere. Um, On another note, I also do want to just do streams where I talk, I chat about other things going on in the world, going on in life, um, things that I'm watching recently. So I hope that you all can still enjoy this part as well while I kind of adjust myself to gaming again. Um, I I will get better at like feeling sick when I play games, but it'll take a little bit of time. Um, I think I'll change the lighting probably because right now I did like change the lighting a little bit so it's more like ambiance, more of an ambient kind of lighting that I have going on right now. I kind of like the way that it looks, but I think if I have my room a little bit more lit, a little bit more brightly lit, I might feel a little bit better when I'm playing games, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I do still want to do a little bit of chatting, do a little bit of talking. I feel like that would still be fun. Um, just kind of about things in general. I think of this as kind of like a impromptu kind of live podcast in a lot of ways. So let's see. I was watching I had like Skyrim on. Um I had Skyrim music playing in the background before. Oh, right. Right. That's funny. Sorry, I just saw something in my subscriptions. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that, and I'm just gonna keep pushing. Let's see. What are some new things going on out there, guys? I will also want to do like reaction videos. Also, guys, the new season of My Hero Academia has come out. First episode is out now. yes, I do watch anime. I'm literally like all the things that you could imagine, right? Like if I watch anime, just assume all the rest of the other things coincide with that, like all the other interests that come with watching anime, right? Except I don't read mangas. The only mangas I have four of the One Piece um mangas. Like I just have the first four One Piece mangas. That's it. I don't have any other mangas. I don't read mangas. It's just I love reading, right? Like reading is my thing. I have a bunch of books, like a bunch of books. One day I'll show my book collection. Also, we could do book talk because guys, I read books. I'm an avid book reader. That's me. I read fantasy books. I read romance books. I try and get in. I did back in the day, like dystopian was my thing. Of course, like Hunger Games, Divergent. Um, what was the other one? Like, I never read The Maze Runner, actually. I heard that one's really good, though. These days, I am more in getting into like the high fantasy realm. Currently, I'm reading the Brandon Sanderson. Oh gosh, what's it called? Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive, and I'm on the third book in the Stormlight Archive. So that would be the Oathbringer. So I've already read the first two. I'm loving it so far. I think it's really, really good. I've never read more of like a higher fantasy novel before, so I was a little bit intimidated. His books are massive, but they're actually like really easy to understand once you get into the world building of everything. Um, so yeah, I'm a big reader, so if you guys want to talk about any books, a few books that are on my TBR right now, I'm gonna do a little show and tell. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Some things that are on my TBR right now. I want to pull up the right thing that I want to show you guys this on. Minimize that, pin that. Okay. So let's see. Some of my TBR right now. This one is on my TBR. So I have The Sword of Kagan, which a Theonite war story. Let's read the review, shall we? Or the synopsis? Not the AI. Get the AI out of here. Like, has 4.45 on Goodreads, which is pretty good. A mother struggling to repress her violent past, a son struggling to grasp his violent future, a father blind to the danger that threatens them all. When the winds of war reach their peninsula, will the Matsuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies ever reach their shores? High on a mountainside, at the edge of the Kaiganese Empire, lives the most powerful warriors in the world. Superhumans capable of raising the sea and wielding blades of ice? Okay. For hundreds of years, the fighters of the Kusanagi Peninsula have held the Empire's enemies at bay, earning their frozen spit of land the name the Sword of Kaigan. Born in Kasunagi's legendary Matsuda family, 14-year-old Mamoru, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, has always known his purpose, to master his family's fighting techniques and defend his homeland. But when an outsider arrives and pulls back the curtains on Kaigan's alleged age of peace, Mamoru realizes that he might not have much time to fight to become the fighter he was bred to be. Worse, the empire he was bred to defend may stand on a foundation of lies. Okay, espionage. Misaki, let me know, told herself that she left the passions of her youth behind when she married into the Matsuda house. Matsuda sounds very familiar. Is that not a name from Death Note? Matsuda. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Matsuda, my king. Matsuda, my king. Oh, we love Matsuda, don't we, chat? Determined to be a good housewife and mother, she hid away her sword along with everything from her days as a fighter in a faraway country. But with her growing son asking questions about the outside world, the threat of an impending invasion looming across the sea, and her frigid husband grating on her nerves, real girl, Misaki finds the fighter in her clawing its way back to the surface. Okay. We love a woman that fights, guys. I am invested. Okay, so that's one of my TBRs, which, hey, UA, let's not do that. Okay, let's not do that. UA. Okay, so let's not do that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, okay, give me a second. UA, come on. Sorry. UA is my cat, and she's a little bit of a rascal sometimes. Okay, so that's one of them. That's on my TBR. I also have a lot of RF Kwong on my TBR right now. Let me fix my microphone a little bit. She's falling down. Okay. Got a lot of RF Kwong. I've got Babel. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong. I didn't know it was also called The Necessity of Islands. Badass. This is on my TBR. I also have Poppy War on my TBR. And then I also have The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon on my TBR. These are all pretty big books. These are all pretty substantial books that I have that I want to read. I also got this book a while ago. Green Frog. This is an autobiography, though. This is an autobiography. I'll read the back for you. I got this a while ago, and I've just never had the chance to read it. I'm pretty sure it's all short stories. Equal parts fantastical, a pair of talking dolls help twins escape a stifling home. Real. A heart boils on the stove as part of an elaborate cure for melancholy. A fox demon contemplates avenging her sister's death, and true to life, a mother and daughter try to heal their rift when the daughter falls unexpectedly pregnant. A woman re-examines her father's legacy after his death. The stories in this collection are hopeful and heartbreaking, full of danger and full of joy. Chung is a master at capturing emotion, and her characters, human and otherwise, will claw their way into your heart and make themselves at home. So I do have this on my TBR. I got this like 2 years ago, and I still haven't had a chance to read it. I saw it in Barnes & Noble, and I really just love the cover. Like, the cover is so pretty on this. And yes, I do judge a book by its cover. Sorry. I feel like in this day and age, you low-key do have to judge books by its cover, because sometimes they all look like identical, and it's kind of confusing, like what's happening, you know? The Green Frog by Gina Chung. Ooh, wrong. The spelling. Gina Chung. I'm pretty sure it won an award. I also do have a large collection because I took a class on gender and sexuality when that was still allowed. Um, and I have a huge collection of comic books about gender and sexuality um, that are pretty good as well. I've read those all because they were for my classes. Um, I don't think what else is on my TBR right now. It's really just like Oathbringer. I have to finish Oathbringer. Let me go get it so you can see how far I am in it. I'm back. I also realized that I also have One Dark Window on my TBR, which is a duology, I believe. But this is my Oathbringer copy. Got that mass paperback. Whoa. But I'm on page 550 and I'm on a chapter with Moash. And so I've read this much of Oathbringer so far. This is my bookmark. I love showing things. This is my bookmark. It's very cutesy. But I have been enjoying this series a lot. I think it's not what I was expecting, to be honest with you. Like I was expecting something very different, but I don't know. It's so like I feel so attached to the characters. I feel so like invested in the story. It's just I don't have the time to read. Like I Hi UA UA. Oh, where are you? Oh, he's behind me now. But I just don't have the time to like read these days. Like I'm literally fighting for my life most of the time to read. Like I wish I was reading a lot more. But I'm in school. I'm a graduate student. You know, I'm trying. I'm trying to read as much as I can, but I also have to read like 50 different 20-page articles every week. You know? I'm struggling. I'm fighting for my life. But if you're wondering, I am a grad student in library science, which I hope does remain to be an available career and doesn't get removed as a career in the future, you know? I'd really like to graduate and get a job in my field. Is that really too much to ask, everybody? Is it really too much to ask to get a job in my field? Probably. Let's see how much. Let's see how much library scientists make. Um, Jobs. Well, specifically, my job would be in archival work. Check on my phone. Oh, this AI keeps popping up and it's about to piss me off. Like, why? In archival work, jobs. Let's see. Obviously, I could be an archivist. Let's look for job openings for an archivist. God, I can't spell. That's kind of important, don't we think? These are local to me. These are all in Dallas. Yes, I'm in Dallas. Yeah, let's see how much their salary is. $32 an hour. Or, according to AI, $57,000. Texas, it's $67,000. Right. Right. Not that much more than I make now, to be honest. I very much look forward to my degree, guys. I very much look forward to using it and getting a job in this field. That will be so exciting. I can only hope. I can only hope that I can get a job in my career field. I just muted it because I was drinking water and I didn't want you to have to listen to that. Because I'm considerate and I care. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about my other interests. I've also watched a few animes in my time. I have watched. Should I make a note? Is there a way for me to like make a little note? See if there's a notepad on here. Notepad. Oh, hell yeah. Got a notepad. Watch this. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna list out all the animes I've watched, guys. So the first ever anime I watched was My Happy Marriage. My Happy Marriage is a romance anime. So that was my first introduction. And fun fact, the first anime I tried to watch, can we guess? Demon Slayer. I tried to watch Demon Slayer first because I saw it everywhere. Like everyone was always talking about Demon Slayer this, Demon Slayer that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and watch it. I was terrified, okay? I'm watching Demon Slayer, right? And I'm like, okay, this seems like interesting. You know, he's a nice kid, you know, taking care of his family. They go and they trade coal in their local village. Okay, cool. Suddenly he gets home and his whole family's murdered and his sister has been turned into a demon. I was overwhelmed. I was like, is this what all anime is like? And like, don't get me wrong, like I've watched things like Game of Thrones and I've watched like Walking Dead, like more gory stuff. This like got me. I don't know why, but I was like, I don't think this whole anime thing is for me. And then I randomly one day was on Netflix and My Happy Marriage was on there and I was like, let me try and watch it again because I feel like the romance one would be cute. And I watched the romance one and it was cute and I actually really enjoyed it and I loved it. And I watched all of it. Season 2 though, not good. Season 2 was honestly pretty bad. Do you want me to put on some background music? Here, let me put on some background music real quick. Some background music for everybody. Lo-fi background music. Is that nice? Nice background music. I have to turn it down on my headphones. This is gonna be really loud. Sorry. Okay. Put some lo-fi, guys. Put some lo-fi on for y'all. Nice. Nice. Okay, I think you guys should be able to hear that pretty good. But yeah, so then I watched My Happy Marriage. Season 2 was not good. Season 2, I did not like the way it ended. Spoiler alert, I will talk about it really quickly. The way it ended is the main character, like, she has a really powerful she has a very powerful power, I guess is what you could call it. And okay, this is not helpful. Characters. Overview. Oh, this is just... Why is this so hard? Okay, so we have Kudo. Yeah, Kudo. And then Mio. So Mio is like the main girl, and she gets married in like an arranged marriage to this guy, and he's like a commander of like the forces or whatever, but there's also demons in their world, and she has a power where she can enter people's dreams while they're asleep and like essentially control them, which is very powerful. And this is her like dad, her estranged dad, or actually I don't know if this is, yes, I think this is her dad, I think so. But the final fight is between them two, and there's also the Emperor, which I'm not seeing him on this lineup right here, but he is like trying to stop these demons and this guy from trying to take her, and I don't know what I can't remember what his ultimate goal was. He just wanted to use her to like bring back these demons, blah blah blah. And she was like, fuck no. And he was like, I'll protect you forever, like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is a cute cosplay. And then at the end, the Emperor is like, hey, I think you could be very useful to us. Like, we could use you for good. And she goes, no, I just want to be married. I'm going to actually like never use my powers again and retire. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna retire too. And like their world is like still in danger, and she just like chose to not do anything about it because she was happy in her marriage, like My Happy Marriage. And I know like that's the name of the anime, but guys, I was low-key pissed as hell. Like I was low-key not happy with that ending. Like, what do you mean you're giving up your powers? And that's it. Like, that's it. Like, you're what? Like, I did not like that. That just pissed me off. So I've watched Demon Slayer. So then I went back to Demon Slayer, but I didn't get back into Demon Slayer until very recently. Before I watched Demon Slayer, I watched a few other animes. Guess what was the next anime, the first shonen anime that made me stick with watching anime? I already mentioned it, so One Piece. Guys, I don't know why. One Piece got me, but it did. I remember I was like, I hear a lot about One Piece. You know what? Like, it's like it's a big three. You know, I have to let me give it a try, because I did try to watch Naruto. Naruto was not my jam. I feel like now that I've watched more anime, I would watch Naruto and like it. but it just was not my jam. I don't know what it is about One Piece. I mean, I guess that says more about my brain than it says about anything else. But One Piece stuck for me, guys. Like, I don't know. I'm about halfway through One Piece at this point. I think I'm on episode, it's like 670 or something like that. So right now they're on, what's Doflamingo's kingdom called? They're in Doflamingo's kingdom, and Law just got his ass cooked, but it's fine because Luffy's going to save him. Zoro's with him. Kinemon was with him, but then he pieced the scene. They got Violet there, and then Sabo's back. Sabo is back, guys. That made me cry. Like, that made me cry. I was like, oh my god, he's alive. Like, Sabo's here. And then they're trying to like take down the toy house next, and like Usopp's shitting himself because he has to fight and he doesn't want to fight, and Robin's like, bro, lock in. But she doesn't say that, but I'm saying that. I'm saying, bro, lock in. And so yeah, that's where I'm at One Piece. I love One Piece. I don't know why. Like, it just works for me, you know. Let's see. So then after One Piece, I was kind of like, okay, I watch anime now. Like, this is kind of my thing. And I started watching anime in 2023. So it's been 2 years of watching anime. So I haven't been watching it my whole life. But next, after One Piece, I watch JJK. And fun fact, I've still refused to this day to finish season 2 of JJK because it got too sad for me. Like, I genuinely could not continue watching it. Like, so many of them are just RIP, you know. But I did go back and I watched Hidden Inventory when they re-released it in the movies, and I kind of forgot like how good it was. Like, obviously everyone says like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen is like the best new gen anime that's come out and blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I can see that, but I kind of forgot how good it was, like how good the animation, how good the fighting styles are, everything like that. And Hidden Inventory is really good. I think Hidden Inventory like won an award as well. So I've watched JJK. Culling Games is coming out in like December. They're gonna force me to watch the end of season 2. Like, I've seen the edits. Like, I know what happens. Do I really need to watch it? I'd left off. The last part I watched was Maharaga's fight with Sukuna. I couldn't watch anymore after that. I was actually traumatized. So then after JJK, I started watching... I was kind of like asking for recommendations around this time on what else to watch. I think this is when I started watching Attack on Titan. So I started watching Attack on Titan in probably the winter of 2023 into 2024. Mostly for 2024. Because I know that they released the last season, like let me see when the release date was for the last season. AOT last season release date. Okay, it was in 2023. Yeah. It was in March and then November. Yeah. Yeah, November 2023. So I started watching Attack on Titan in 2024, I would say, in like the winter time. There are so many things that I can connect Attack on Titan to this day. Like, there will be references about Attack on Titan, or not even about Attack on Titan, but I'll be like, oh, that's like Attack on Titan. It's such an important piece of media. And recently I was doing a little bit of research on the history of Japan just as a whole. And if you guys want me to do a video on it, I will. I want to say something. I do want to preface something like, yes, I consume anime, but we also need to be very like cognizant of the history of Japan, I think, and like what influences the media that comes out of it, because history influences art. Like, a lot of people get confused when people talk about like modernism, and they're like, what is modernism? Like, what era was that? People think that modernism is now, but modernism is not now. Modernism was during late 1800s into the 1900s, around 1950s or 60s, I would say, was the modernist era. I mean, I could literally give you the dates on this. When was the modernism art movement? 1860s to the 1970s is modernism. It's a rejection of tradition, so they broke away from established rules and techniques, response to the modern world. The way that I tell people what modernism is think of modern warfare. I think that helps a lot, because World War I was in 1914 to 1918. So that's like pretty much the middle of this era, and that kind of defines what modernism is. It's kind of like it's kind of like it goes along with kind of more abstract art. Like, it's more like people, it's a way to like understand your world when your world is breaking apart, because it's a little bit like fractured, it's a little bit absurd, but not full absurd. It's not like postmodernism. Postmodernism is real absurdism. So postmodernism kind of started to emerge during the 1950s and 60s, and then peaked in the 70s to the 90s. So it's much more like nothing matters, anything goes. I think the best example of postmodernism is the urinal art piece. The fountain is probably the best example of this, because it's absurd. It's literally just a urinal called fountain, and people are like, how is that art? How is that art? Like, that's the point. It's just absurdism. Or my favorite piece of postmodernist literature is White Noise, that I actually had to read for a class, but this book is really good. It's a good example of postmodernism. It's like the foundation of postmodernism, explores themes like the saturation of media and consumer culture, fragmented identity, and the collective fear of death in a technologically driven society. So anyway, I was talking about Japan, but I got a little bit carried away. And if you guys are interested, if anyone is interested in learning more about this, I will definitely talk about it more. But a lot of art is influenced by society and by culture, and I think that a lot of the things that we're seeing come out of mangas and anime is a reflection of Japanese history as art movements, because manga is art, anime is art, and I think it is a reflection on a lot of different things. And I think when you view it through that lens, it becomes more nuanced. And I don't think we should just get distracted by like fan service and really cool like fight scenes. Like, yes, those things are all great, like soundtracks, fight scenes, all that. Fan service, not so much, of course. But we have to think where this came from. Why is this present in this art? And I think Attack on Titan is a very, very, very good example of a response to the history of Japan. And I can do more. I can talk about that more, because a lot of people want to say like, oh yeah, it's about humanity, blah blah. Yes, it is about humanity, but it's more than that. It's more than just humanity. Still peak fiction. Still peak fiction. Still speaks about very important things. And then after Attack on Titan, I had to take a little bit of a break because it's Attack on Titan. And then after that, I started watching My Hero Academia, which I was actually like scared. Like I was scared to start watching My Hero Academia because I wasn't around for it, but I heard about like 2020's TikTok My Hero videos. I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, do I really want to involve myself in this fandom? But I have a fully developed brain. Like I'm 24 years old, so my brain's developed, you know. I feel like I was able to watch My Hero and not be fucking insane about it. But it's good. It's atrocious in the middle. Like when they're like playing those games that take like the whole season, oh my god, I almost had to stop watching in the middle because I'm like, I don't know if I can finish this. But then I kept it pushing, and the last season that I watched was so good, guys. It was so good. And I was like, what's gonna happen next? Like, it's getting serious, it's about to end, you know? And then I just watched the first episode of the last season. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's ending. I know it's been like years in the making. That's how I felt like when I was watching things come out in real time. Like for Demon Slayer, for example, like I went and saw Infinity Castle in theater. Guys, oh my god. That shit was so good. I cannot express you. Me and my best friend, we bought the tickets to see Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. We got D-box seats. Do you know what D-box seats are? Do you guys know what D-box seats are? Guys, they move. They move. Like look at how, like this was me. I was scared. This was my expression. I was falling through the Infinity Castle. I was fighting next to Gyu in the Infinity Castle. I wouldn't want it any other way though. It was so good to see it with the D-box seats. Oh my god, it was so good. But that's how I feel right now, like watching My Hero as it comes out and like watching it end in real time. I'm like, oh, I almost forgot one that I watched. I also watched Soul Eater. Soul Eater? Soul Eater. Like, what can I say about my love, my precious Soul Eater? I love Soul Eater. Not like, I don't mean like Soul as a character, to be completely clear with y'all. Hold on. I want to use a different tab. Postmodernism. Soul Eater is so good, guys. 4.8. Yeah, it deserves it. If you guys have never watched Soul Eater, you gotta watch it for him, first of all. But second of all, this is just peak. Like, Black Star? Are we dead ass? Death the Kid? Why is this the grainiest photo I've ever seen in my life? Like, so good, guys. I don't even know like how to describe it. It's basically what Soul Eater is there are Meisters, and Meisters are like weapon wielders. So like for example, her Maki, she is a Meister, so then she wields Soul here, and Soul turns into a scythe. And his goal is to become a Death Scythe. And then Death the Kid here, he controls Patty and I'm blanking on her name right now. These two girls, they turn into guns. I love when they do guns in animes, like where you don't expect it to be, because I would love to cosplay as Death the Kid. I think he's so cool. So he wields them as guns. Are we dead ass? Come on. He's so cool. I love when he holds them upside down and he just uses his pinky. What? Come on. And then this is Black Star. And this is his weapon. Let me look up the right words to use because I don't remember what this is called. Her name is Tsubaki. They just call them sides, but I swear they're called something else when they have chains. I guess chain scythe. Huh. I swore they had a different name. Kusarigama? Kusarigama. Because I think also Tengen uses them. Tengen also used Kusarigamas. Which is sick as hell. But I think this is a really cool weapon to have. So yeah, that's I lost my thing. What is this? Oh, Fire Force. Fire Force I also do want to watch because Fire Force is supposed to be connected to Soul Eater. But I haven't watched it. And then there's a little witch cat. Her name's Blair. Little witch cat. Or she does a witch sometimes, but the fan service in the first like episode is kind of crazy, guys, but you just got to keep it pushing. Keep pushing because the fan service is crazy like first few eps. But if you keep it pushing through the fan service, I promise you won't regret it. Like peak. If y'all don't know, peak. So yeah, I watched Soul Eater, and then after that I switched it up. I watched Death Note. I watched Death Note for a few reasons. One, because a lot of people were telling me that I would like Death Note. And I was like, okay. Everyone was like, oh yeah, if you liked Attack on Titan, like you'd love Death Note. I was like, okay. Alright, I'll watch Death Note, you know, like I'll give it a try, why not? It's me. Death Note. Death Note. I don't even know, like I feel like Death Note is kind of absurdism as well. It is kind of absurdism if you think about it. What made me think about that is this Death Note, finding meaning in a meaningless world. It is kind of similar to Attack on Titan in that way as well. I think like Death Note is a reflection of a lot of it's definitely more of like an artistic philosophical anime. It really wasn't one of my favorites that I've watched. I was really trying to like it. Spoiler alert. I'm about to say a spoiler for Death Note in case you haven't watched it yet. But for me, for Death Note, it should not have had L die and then keep it pushing with Nier. Like, I did not see any purpose for that at all. Like, I did not understand why they just kept Nier as a character, because like he really did not, like he just picked up the mantle of L and then like solved it with little to no issue, and like he was never directly like threatened by Light. So I was like, why? Like why? Like I just wish that it would have ended with L figuring out that Light was Kira. Like I feel like that would have been just so much better, to be honest with you. Like I did not need another 20, 10, 15, however many episodes there was after that of Nier finding out that Light was Kira. Like I'm good. I'm actually good on that. But Death Note was good. I think it's like iconic, you know, it has so many iconic lines in it. It's really funny too. Like it's very, like I said, it is like absurd. So I feel like, honestly, we could put this in the postmodernist section of art, like legitimately, but I feel like it does connect very well with like Japanese history as well. And then after Death Note, I watched Demon Slayer, caught up on Demon Slayer, and yeah, have I watched anything else? My Happy Marriage, Demon Slayer, One Piece, JJK, Attack on Titan, My Hero, Soul Eater, Death Note. Have I watched anything else? I feel like I always, whenever I do a list of animes that I've watched, I always forget one. I always forget an anime that I've watched. Let me see if I wrote anything. Dead air. Oh, right. Okay, so now let me talk about animes that I've started but I haven't finished, because all of these I've finished. So started but have not finished. Berserk. Do I really need to say anything else? What the fuck is going on? Also, I won't say hate. I strongly dislike animes that use CGI. To me, it looks really bad, and it needs to be done either sparingly or it needs to be done really well. Like sometimes I think they can do those CGI movements really good. Other times it's really bad. And the Berserk that I watched, and I watched the newer one, I watched like the first few episodes, not good. So I tried to watch Berserk. I guess technically I never finished JJK, but I don't count that. I also watched the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I actually like it. Like I actually think JoJo's is pretty cool, but I have to like actually sit down and like invest my time into it. It just didn't stick for me. Again, Demon Slayer kind of just took up my time there. And then I also watched the first few episodes of Sword Art Online. And almost forgot. Somewhere in between here, I think it was after Attack on Titan, I watched Solo Leveling. So the reason that just reminded me that I watched Solo Leveling is that Solo Leveling is pretty much exactly the same as Sword Art Online, except newer. Sword Art Online apparently is really good. I watched Solo Leveling first, and so it's very similar. Like they're both about leveling up. I mean, Sword Art Online is like literally like stuck inside a game, while Solo Leveling is like he is playing a game, but he's the only one playing it, and then everyone else is just like a human with superpowers. But both of them have like dungeons, both of them have like that leveling up mechanism, getting stronger continuously. So I tried to watch Sword Art Online, but I think my issue with that one in particular is I didn't feel connected to the main character within the first 5 episodes, and if I don't feel connected, I have a hard time like staying with the anime and like staying with, like, I feel this way in general with any story, like if it's like a book, movie, TV show, like a regular TV show, if I'm not invested in the character, I'm probably not going to keep watching it. And I feel like that's like a pretty general rule for a lot of people. But it seems good. I just would need to watch. I would need to stay consistent with it. But I really like Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is also interesting because it's a Korean webtoon, I think is its origin. Oh, Death Note. Oh, Death Note. Like, it was actually a South Korean fantasy web novel. Okay. And then it was adapted by a Japanese company. If I'm not mistaken. Let me look up who it. A1 Pictures, Japanese animation studio, acquired the rights to the series. So it was turned into an anime by a Japanese company, but it is originally a South Korean novel. Pretty interesting. And then, yeah, I think that's it. But Solo Leveling was really good. I really like Solo Leveling. I don't even know when they're releasing the new season of Solo Leveling. Probably not for another like 2-3 years, honestly. But I think that's all I've watched, guys. I think that's all I've watched. Let me check Netflix really quick and see if there's anything that I might have forgotten. But I want to watch more romance animes. Like, I want to watch Apothecary Diaries. I have watched K-pop Demon Hunters as well, which I guess is not technically an anime. A lot of people talk about Haiku, Castlevania, I hear a lot of people talk about. Dr. Stone, Frieren I want to watch. I want to watch Vinland Saga. People say Vinland Saga is so good. I'm like, I know, guys. I'll get around to it. Hunter x Hunter. Black Clover I hear a lot about. Blue Lock some people talk about, but apparently like the animation isn't too great on that. Yeah, there's a lot that I need to watch, but this is what I've watched so far. I also want to watch Mob Psycho and Chainsaw Man. I feel like those ones look really cool as well. But this is it. This is my lineup. What do you think? I think it's pretty basic. Like, I don't know. I haven't watched anything else other than this, but listen, if you have any suggestions, any other animes that you think I might like, let me know. I feel like that'd be fun. The first episode again of My Hero came out, and it was good. They did something with the animation. They've leveled up the animation on that. We get some character reveals that I was like, oh, pulled up on the scene. Okay, I see you. So I'm very excited to see like what's gonna happen. I'm also terrified about what's gonna happen, but I guess that's a little bit about me today. I've been streaming for almost an hour, So I hope you guys have liked learning a little bit about me and the things I've watched and the things I've read and things I want to read. And next time I'm going to do a little bit better in my just being a little bit better in terms of my video game motion sickness, because I don't want to like limit myself to like just point and click games. I love a good point and click game. Like I have Stardew Valley right here, and I definitely do want to do a little Stardew Valley stream, because Stardew Valley is just fun and cozy and cute. But also I do want to play more like fun games that are kind of silly, like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption I heard is really good. Like I just bought this on sale, guys, Red Dead Redemption 2. I want to play it, but I'm scared I'm gonna get motion sick. So I'm just gonna take it slow. I'm gonna play a little bit at a time and see if I'm able to keep it pushing. But thank you so much for watching my little stream today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. You do the things you want to do and not what other people want you to do. And you just you pursue your dreams. You do what you want to do in life, guys. Just remember, this is your life, nobody else's. But thank you so much for watching. Bye.